All right, it is Saturday, December 2nd, and we're going to check on the progress at Mom's house. That's my house there to the right, and we're going to go over to Mom's house. So we still have yet to stabilize this exterior wall. We've got a hearing with the city on getting the right-of-way, having them vacate this side of the right-of-way, and for us to give them this side of the street for the right-of-way, which would allow Mom to build a house, to build a garage attached to the house. So that is still pending. We think that'll take all winter. So the plan is basically over the winter, not to do anything here to the exterior, and then work on the garage starting next spring. So while we're on the outside here, we'll show you what we did today, actually. You can see we added this conduit on the outside of the house today. This is so that we can have an exterior light, which we've got here installed. So that conduit right over there, that box houses the power for the garage, the constant power, as well as the switched power, which is have a switch right inside the door. That's a pretty bright LED, but it illuminates the driveway really quite well. Here's a picture from tonight. A little bit of rain, but excellent lighting. So a couple of additions over the last week or two. We got the doorbell working. The exterior switch here now operates the exterior light. So coming back in, we have the living room off to our right. These are the upper cabinets for the dining room, so they have yet to be installed. But going through, we've got all the floors are finished, and so that's why we've got paper down everywhere. So come down the hallway. We've got the guest room where currently all of my tools are living for the various punch list item projects that we have to do. But the guest room is otherwise finished. Hall closet, here's all the doorknobs. So Mom picked this real nice polished nickel. You can see how good it looks. So powder room, so we put this single sink in here just for now until Mom decides she wants to do anything different. Toilet is installed, the skirted toilet. Here is Mom's room. We've got the stub out for the fan, as you can see up there. Down here we have the blank switches for where the fan will go. We've got smart switches everywhere that allow her to turn the lights on and off from all the entry and exit points. So coming into the master bathroom, so the towel warmer's been installed. Custom shelves here in the bathroom and the toilet. So the shower is finished. Here is that River Rock pebble. We've got the custom shelves in the shower here. Still missing the sconces. They're still waiting to come in. The countertop should be here in about a week or two. That's going to be the countertops everywhere. So still working on the closet, and then the plan here in the closet. Outlet for the iron. So still working on all that. Okay, let's go into the laundry. So here's one of the troubleshooting items that we took care of earlier this week. So here's the laundry. So pretty happy with the laundry install now. I'll show some pictures. We've got good clearance here for the dryer door. Good clearance here. You can see when we walk down the hallway, you can see how they don't come out into the hallway. In order to do this, you know, one thing everybody should keep an eye on is which direction your plugs face. That's going to affect how your cords hang. We used this. This is called a periscope. So here's what that looks like off of the Lowe's website. As you can see, it attaches down low to the dryer. You use a circular clamp for that. Then you can push the dryer all the way back. And so it carries the same air volume as a 4-inch round vent, but it does so by being 6 inches wide by an inch deep, and that way it's a real space saver. So here that finally, as you can see, you know, by putting that in, we were able to push everything back about 4 inches. Here's the final look of the install for the electrical and the water for the washer and the dryer. Much tidier installation. So coming in here again, so the microwave, this was another tough install. The microwave, this is a sliding drawer microwave. And so, the way that it works is the drawer goes all the way in there. And the challenge here was how tight it was in the cabinet. There was only a small space at the back here, about 3 inches deep and about 4 inches wide, that was a little cutout for the microwave. And so the cord had to end up coming out right through that cutout, which meant that the outlet that I had put in this cabinet wasn't going to work. So here's a couple photos from that installation. You can see here that outlet, although it was in the top left of the cabinet, it just wasn't quite high enough, and that's why it had to be moved. So we had to fish a wire back behind the cabinets here and then install this receptacle underneath the sink and then bring the cord through. So same sort of thing that we did over here for the dishwasher, same problem we had. We originally had the receptacle back here, but based on the way that it plugs in, we weren't able to use it. So we put the receptacle in the cabinet underneath the sink. So, one thing I would encourage folks to do if they're planning appliances is actually put the receptacle in the adjacent cabinet for the appliance. It's just easier that way. The wine cooler over here was actually able to fit, but it certainly would have been easier just to punch a hole and then put it in the adjacent cabinet. So just something to think about, in the future. Here is the range hood. So that's an 8-inch duct there on that range hood that goes up into the attic. It actually cones down to a 7-inch vent because that's all we could get. There's the receptacle for that range hood. And here is the problem that we have to solve here at the range. So the problem we have here is here's the gas coming out, and it's pretty tight back here. And the range has the pressure regulator right there. And so when you match up the range, you can imagine when this range goes to slide right in there, it actually is hitting this. So we got the plumbers coming back next week to change the orientation of this so that it is inside of this cutout here. And that way we can hook up the supply cord and be able to get the range pushed all the way back. We actually have to also flip the orientation of that 240 volt receptacle so that the cord will actually set up like this. So things to think about anytime you install these appliances, especially in tight spaces, is exactly how much clearance you have on the back of the appliance and exactly where your non-negotiable barriers are. Right where your non-negotiable barriers are for installation. So the dining room has yet to be done. The cabinets, as we mentioned earlier, are here. They're still in the living room. They have yet to be installed because the countertops have to go in first. This will be the lighting for upper and lower. Going out to the back deck. There was a space underneath here that had to be filled, so we've got the spray foam that filled that. Brickwork still has to be done back here. Have to cut a little bit of the brick off from right here actually so that the brick molding can go on. So that has to be trimmed back a little bit here. Our trim carpenter let us know about that part of it. The brick has been ordered. It's going to be picked up next week, and then the masons will be able to start once it's on site. Here's our laundry vent. I like these metal laundry vents. I think they're a lot higher quality than the plastic ones. That'll be a exterior light, exterior receptacle. Fireplaces are coming next week. So the fireplaces are all stubbed out for gas and electric, and the fireplace installer has already been here and has already said he's pretty happy with how the install looks right now, and he'll be able to get those inserts in. Kitchen sink is here. Here's actually the orientation of the kitchen sink. Here is the sink that goes next to it. The bar sink, if we're calling that. Garbage disposal and supplies. Faucets are also here. So why don't we go down in the basement? All right, so the carpet has been installed in the basement. The fireplace here has been cleaned up. You can see how good it looks. The exterior brick really looks quite good. So coming around here, here's a little nook area, as we've been calling it. Receptacles here at this level in the event that we choose to eventually put a countertop in here. For right now, there's no plans to do anything other than just leave it finished like this. As we come over to the main area of the basement, got all of our can lighting in. Smart switches everywhere. What's funny is this one right here, actually, we forgot to put the box in for, so we just used a low voltage cutout here, stuck it in the wall, and then we were able to get the switch in it no problem. Did a little plaster and paint work around the edge of this box. That's why the cover's off right now. Okay, here's the bathroom. Here's that tile floor. So I've got the bucket up here because we just glued the countertops on today. We're going to leave this one just stubbed out for now. Not going to install a vanity there quite yet. As we move into the other room. So here's the toilet room here. Skirted toilet there as well. And bathroom. Tub. This ended up coming out just fine right there. With the trim coming right up against that. This was one of the concerns, just how snug everything was in here and getting trim up against it, but as you can see, it ended up working out just fine. So fan here, this is a fan only, and I'll show you how that's vented on the back side. Coming across into the guest room here. So the closet's here at the end of the room. Okay, there's those polished nickel handles again. Got some blue tape on just some areas that need a little bit of attention, that just need a little bit of finesse. Closet lights, can lights. That was an accessory air return right there. Another closet down here in this part of the bedroom. Door stoppers have been installed. At least as many as we have. I think we still need a few more. Okay, and then coming into the utility room. So when the utility room door is closed, real nice finished look down here. And then in the utility room, we've got lots of space in the utility room. Okay. So we moved the lights over because we created this wall here. This wall here is to help support up underneath where the tile and the joists were brought down. We still have the vent work to do down here. So the vent and the accessory fan for it. So we'll eventually run this venting all the way along and out that way. Water heater, haven't turned the water heater on yet just because there's no hot water spigots. Here's our storage area for extra supplies and materials. Here's the panel that my brother, the electrician, put in. You can see the internet is here, has already been installed. The Wi-Fi works great everywhere throughout the house. So overall, pretty happy with everything so far. Coming along nicely.